Good day everyone, this is Coach Gerald. Welcome back to GMG Chess Series, Scandinavian Defense. Today, let's analyze one of the very aggressive variation in this opening, in which White sacrificed the center pawn, the D pawn, to give White rapid development of his pieces. Let's go now to the game. E4, D5, E takes D5, Queen takes D5, Knight C3, Queen D6, D4, Knight F6, Knight F3, A6, Knight E5. This one is very aggressive move. Knight C6. Immediately challenge the strong knight at E5. Bishop F4. This is a true gambit, and Black must be prepared for this variation. If knight takes C6, then queen takes C6. We will deal this variation in the subsequent game. After bishop F4, knight takes D4. Queen takes D4 is the obvious move because White response is knight takes C6. Queen takes D1, and Black cannot capture the bishop at F4 because of checkmate at D8. Rook takes D1, B takes C6, bishop takes C7, and Black pawns are isolated, and White has minimal advantage. Then if you move bishop F5, this is blunder because bishop takes A6. Black cannot capture the bishop because of rook D8, and the black light bishop cannot develop well. That's why knight takes D4 is a must. After knight takes D4, bishop D3, knight G6, then queen E6 equal. If knight takes F7, queen takes F4, Black cannot go to queen E6 because knight E5. After queen takes F4, knight takes H8, E5, and Black has the advantage because the knight can be captured later. Now let's go back to the game. Bishop D3. This move is a solid move. Knight E6 is a must because if E6, knight G6, bishop G3, queen B6. Black is avoiding the threat of knight takes F7 or knight G6. And queen B6 is better than queen B4. Queen D2. If knight A4, then queen B4, C3, queen A7. And the position is balanced because of the misplaced knight at A4. After queen D2, G6. This is the idea of this opening. And black dark bishop cannot develop in the long diagonal. Castle, bishop G7, H4. Actually, this is the idea of White in the Fianchetto, even in the Sicilian Dragon. C6, knight A4, queen A7, queen A5. There are threats. Knight B6. Then after rook B8, knight C4. And the black rook cannot escape to the white dark bishop. B5, this is force. Bishop takes G6. If knight takes C6, queen B7, only move. Cannot go to D7 because of the white rook at D1. Knight D8, queen takes G2, knight takes D8 is blunder because after knight takes d8, next is bishop e4. And the knight is under attack by both queen and rook. And this bishop attacking the queen. And the queen cannot protect the knight without loss of it. After queen takes g2, the subversion, rook hg1, queen f3, knight takes e6, bishop takes e6, knight b6, castle. Black must concern with the safety of his king. Knight takes a8, rook takes a8. And the position is balanced because of the activity of black pieces. The two diagonals pointing along in the white king. And the c8 can be useful for the black rook, the c file. After bishop takes g6, f takes g6. H takes g6 is blunder because of knight takes c6 and the threat is rook d8 checkmate. Queen d7, rook takes d7, bishop takes d7. That's why f takes g6 is forced. Knight takes c6, bishop h6 check, king b1, queen b7, knight d8, knight takes d8, rook takes d8, king f7, rook takes h8, b takes a4. At this point, black is winning, and the b file is very useful for black and the a1 to h8 diagonal. h5, bishop g7, h takes g6, h takes g6, rook 8 to h4. Knight d5, good move. Now the h8 to a1 diagonal is open and black dark bishop is very powerful. The bishop and the queen are pointing in the b2. b3 force, bishop f5. A takes b3 is as good as bishop f5. This position is totally winning for black. Rook takes a4, rook c8. At this point, white resigned because of black multiple threats. Knight c3 check, double attack the king and rook, or rook takes c2 or bishop takes c2 check. I hope that you learned today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video to your friends. Thank you and have a nice day.